It shook me rigid. It did get stinking bone. It's been lying there since 1942.
Hey, do you know what I think that cupboard is? It's the same one that nicked out Bunny for having no licence. He's guarding the flipping bomb.
I hope it blows up.
How they going about wages when there's an unexploded bomb?
Coppers only get double time, danger money. It's like being on duty at Ellen Road when Leeds United lose.
Not coppers, you stupid man. Me. I signed on for a day's labouring. Do I still get paid?
Who set you on?
Gas board.
You won't get paid.
That's trouble with casual labouring. It's too casual. Have a good mind to join bloody army.
Hey, up, there's a lorry pulled up with some soldiers in it.
Oh, they'll be defusing that bomb. You always get the army in.
I might join Navy.
I wonder how you set about defusing an unexploded bomb.
Here, can you lot eat pickled onions?
Why, are we going to go down and breathe on it?
No, we are not. We are going to take some with us on this picnic.
I'm not going on a picnic. Grandstand's on soon.
Douglas, love, you are going out for a picnic, and if I say you're going out, that means you're not stopping in. Jack, would you kindly tell your little nephew here just exactly what you can see underneath the window?
Unexploded bomb that might go off.
And we have to go on a chuffing picnic because you're scared of it.
Never mind the unexploded bomb. What else can you see?
Some soldiers.
Never mind the some soldiers. What else?
Copper.
Thank you, Jack. Did you hear that, our Douglas? A member of the city police force. There's a side of bacon hanging up in that kitchen that's supposed to have fallen off the back of a lorry. There's a dozen bottles of whiskey in that sideboard, which you say you found on a rubbish tip. Now, I believe you, Douglas. Your brothers believe you. But flaming coppers aren't as flaming trusting as your flaming family.
I think I'll go on the picnic.
Hellfire!
What now?
Why should England tremble?
Mother courage.
That settles it. The sooner we are locked up and out of these four walls, the better. Jack, love, double lock that front door. Don't leave it on the Yale. Bunny, that white parcel is a sponge flan, so don't put anything on the top of it. Raymond, see if my sunglasses are there in the kitchen, will you? And Jack, love, before you double lock the front door, see that the catch is down on the bedroom window. How do you do?
I am here officially to make contact with your husband.
Oh.
Is he about?
Well, he's about somewhere, love. You might catch up with him in Boroughbridge if you hurry. He's tarmacattling this month.
Breathe in, get your bums in. Look at this. With a stirrup bump under
You
the arm and the
darmless
twinkle in
young
the
git.
eye.
That stuff's supposed to go underneath the grub, not on top of it. What exactly did you want him for, dear? A fancy dress ball?
Breathe in. Get your fat bellies in. Oh, England's last hope. Oh.
It might have evaded your notice, Mrs. Shepherd, but a certain untoward reminder of World War II has reared its ugly head in Buckingham Flats this morning.
Don't tell me Edna Bullock's lad's got full remission. Him that she had between the sheets on VE night with that top sergeant from Minnesota.
I'm referring, Mrs. Shepherd, to a relic of England's darkest hour.
Oh, I know all about that. It was my Raymond what dug it up.
As you're probably aware, the Housing Committee has decreed that all residents must evacuate their premises in the interests of their own safety.
How do you mean, love? Evacuate?
Well, until the bomb has been removed or rendered harmless, the residents must retire to a place of safety. And I'm glad to see that for once, the Shepherd clan is obeying a directive from the Housing Committee without demur.
I see. You mean I am retiring to a place of safety?
Quite.
I'm evacuating?
Yes.
I'm with you, love. Excuse me.
Do you hear me? Have you got all that stuff packed up in the van?
After the struggle.
Come on, we're only waiting for you.
Yes, well, you wait a long time then, because we're stopping in. Get that stuff unpacked and fetch it back up here.
Mrs. Shepherd, you have not understood one word I've said. I have been instructed by the highest echelon to inform you that you cannot remain in your flat today.
And I am informing you that I am not getting out.
But there's a high explosive bomb directly beneath your bedroom window.
It's been lying there since 1942 and we're none the worse for it. One day more isn't going to make a blind bit of difference. Hurry up, you lot. Get all that stuff back in here.
Mrs. Shepherd, I'm at a loss to understand your attitude. A moment ago, you were prepared to leave these premises quite voluntarily.
Ah, but that's just it, you see, love. Voluntary is voluntary. Compulsory is compulsory.
We are evacuating all residents as a precautionary measure.
There was dozens and dozens of kids evacuated from these flats in 1939, but Queenie Shepherd wasn't one of them. I stuck where I was then, and I'm sticking where I am now. Because if bloody Hitler couldn't shift me when I were 11-year-old, he's not going to do it now I'm on the wrong side of 40 and he's 6 feet under the ground, so you can stick that to his stirrup pump and squirt it.
Hello, they're sending the troops in.
They'll send the bloody Marines in for all I care.
Hey, there's an army officer there now and another copper.
Starve us out of here.
Starve us out. There's an half-inch side of bacon in the kitchen. We'll have to ram that down as soap before they break door in. Nick left on us. Shut up!
It's all right. It's a squaddy coming up. On his Todd.
Here, that does it. You lot, get in the kitchen. I'll deal with him.
Have I the honour of addressing the householder? It's quite all right, I'm alone.
What can I do you for?
Well, I'm here with a message from my superior officer, Captain Yates, ma'am. Captain Yates sends his best civil compliments together with a request that you should withdraw from your position forthwith.
Well, you can give my love to Captain Yates and tell him that I'm staying exactly where I am.
Ah, well, there you put me in somewhat of a quandary, ma'am. Under those circumstances, I'm ordered to eject you, if necessary, by force.
I'd like to see you try it.
Well, you place me in an embarrassing position, ma'am. After all, it's not in the best traditions of British soldiery to lay hands on a woman.
Oh, get on. When my old man was in the army abroad, he had his hands on every woman from Portside to Singapore.
Well, that may well be, ma'am, but your native women are a different kettle of fish entirely. May I appeal to you as an ex-squaddie's wife to have a bit of sympathy with a serving soldier? I'm only obeying orders.
Well, you better get on and obey them then, because I'm not shifting out of here on my own 2 feet.
Well, if you won't come out here, may I be allowed to come in there and talk things over amicably?
Of course, love. Anytime.
Oh, yes. I recognise the old military coup de grace, cut off from my own lines and confronted by enemy reinforcements. Flag of truce.
Shouldn't it be white?
Army issue. You think the military chiefs of staff would think of these things, would you?
No.
Hang on. How about a parley?
What's that?
Permission to contact base.
Go on.
Walkie-talkie. It is your modern mechanised army, man. Excuse me. Able Baker, the Victor II, have established beachhead in enemy territory. Blue Army categorically refuses to withdraw from its position. I'm outnumbered 4 to 1 away your further orders, over.
That's me.
Sorry to keep you waiting. It's all right when I do it from the stores.
Aren't you supposed to switch over to receive?
Good lad. Well done. Over.
Hello, Colonel Williams. What the devil's going on in there? You have your orders, Corporal. Now hear this. I want every member of that family out of there, double quick. Remember the tradition of the regiment. Over and out.
Thank you very much. Well, that's it then. All right, what's it going to be, eh? All at once, one at a time, because I wasn't a regimental cruiserweight champion for nothing. Come on, get your dukes up. Who's it going to be then? All right. Oh, dear. Thank you very much for your cooperation. Phew. Bloody civilians. When I was stationed up here in 1944, I was a sort of the ruddy earth. Then it was a question of, come on in, Williams. Put your feet up. Have a cup of tea and a nice piece of Lord Walton pie.
Here, were you stationed up here in 1944?
Yes, I was, ma'am. And a regular visitor to these flats in them days.
I thought I recognised your face. It's Tommy Williams, isn't it?
Have I had the honour then on a previous occasion?
Well, don't you remember me, love? It's Queenie.
Queenie Gomersall?
Queenie Gomersall then. I'm Mrs. Shepherd now.
No, not you. You didn't marry Lionel Shepherd.
I bloody did.
Fancy you, man, Lionel Shepherd. You were going with him then?
Well, I'm going with Lionel since I was 15-year-old. I never swapped.
Shepherd was the finest hopper and boozing partner a squaddy ever had.
Yes, well, these are his 3 lads. Raymond the eldest, Douglas, and our little bunny.
Little bunny.
And this is my brother-in-law, Jack.
Oh, glad to make your acquaintance, Jack. Funny we didn't meet up in 44.
I went away at school.
Not public.
Approved.
Your father and Private Williams were great chums.
I didn't have a chevron on my sleeve in those days, Queenie. It's Lance Corporal Williams now.
Oh, I always said you'd get on in the world, Tom.
Well, of course, I was a full corporal in 1956.
Oh.
Regimental post corporal.
No.
Yeah, till I had the misfortune to get caught with my trousers down in the Chinese House of Pleasure in Caunter.
You always were a bit of a lad, you were. Oh. You know, your father and Lance Corporal Williams went everywhere together.
Yeah, went together, soldiered together, even deserted together.
You did 6 months together in Colchester Glasshouse.
And you always told me the old man was in the military police.
No, love. I said he was with the police, not in them. Your father served in every military prison in the United Kingdom.
Well, I had the single honour of doing time with him. Your father, laddie, was a soldier and half. By the way, where is he, Queenie? Not enjoying Her Majesty's pleasure at the moment, I hope.
He's on the motorway.
Well, he works away a lot. Oh, we had some fun in those days, didn't we? Hey, Tommy, Jack, come on, get a drink out for Tommy.
Oh, yes, Raymond.
Okay. Tell us about the action.
Action?
Yeah.
Do you remember a foursome we once had, Queenie? There was you, and there was Lionel, and there was me, and this little busty piece of crumpet I drew out the act.
Oh, I can't remember that. You're going back too far.
Yeah, you can remember. Ooh.
Oh, you mean Edith Fairweather.
Edith Fairweather as ever was.
Well, of course, I was never great mates with her.
No, but I was. I remember with affection a certain evening I spent with Edith Fairweather in the waterlogged Anderson Air Raid Charter. Is it all right to speak in the presence of the lads?
Oh, you can say what you like in front of these dirty young pigs.
Oh, thank you. Do you ever bump into Edith Fairweather?
No, I haven't done for not for a long time.
Well, if you do, ask her if she remembers Corporal Williams with any affection.
Yes, if I see her, I'll ask her that, yes.
No, don't ask her that, Queenie. I'll tell you what to ask her. Ask her if the phrase, the golden rivet, has any relevance at all.
Ask her that. Say, does the golden rivet have any relevance whatsoever?
Could she laugh if she remembers?
Ooh, you always wear a dirty mind. Tell you words, I'm
Oh, dear, the golden rivet.
Really?
You can come straight out with it because she's broad-minded.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and if she remembers, she'll laugh. Of course, if she don't remember, well, it's out of keeping. It's of no real importance.
No, but I tell you what is important, and that's today, and that unexploded bomb.
God, chase me around the naffy, Queenie. I forgot all about that. What's happening in the front line there?
Well, there's 2 trucks there now, 5 coppers and a police sergeant.
Is old Ma Petty there?
Is she the one with the tin hat and the skirt pump?
Ah, that's her, yeah.
Well, my word, a right tartar she is. A proper female regimental sergeant major if ever there was. Well, here's here on your chest, Queenie, like we used to say in the old drum and monkey.
Oh, the old drum and monkey.
cheers.
Cheers.
Here you go,
A member of Her Majesty's Armed Forces drinking on duty.
General Patton.
Your elf, ma'am.
Don't attempt to curry favour with me, Corporal.
That's it, Jakes.
I shall see to it that you're reported to your officer commanding for this.
You may well do that, ma'am. As a lady, that is your prerogative. But replying as a soldier and a gentleman, I'm only sorry that I cannot recourse to the epithet I have in mind for yourself, instead of which I do drink your health, ma'am. And as a loyal member of the British Army, I wish you all the very best.
Oh, well spoken.
Well spoken,
Well, I must now report back to my unit, Queenie.
Here you are.
Mate, thank you. Bunny, well, I'm sorry we are on opposite sides of the fence in this encounter, but with all sincerity, I hope your side wins.
Here.
Permission to withdraw, ma'am.
What a bloody good bloke. A bloody good bloke.
He's a winner.
He always was one of the best.
That man will be reduced to the ranks when I place my report. Before his regimental commander. And I've been instructed to inform you, Mrs. Shepherd, that there is no need for you to leave your flat today.
Why, is the bomber dead then?
It's not even a bomb.
Oh.
The object identified by a bomb by a gas board workman and a certain casual labourer.
That's you,
To say nothing of a totally unreliable Lance Corporal has since been identified and classified by a commissioned captain as a portion of disused sewer drain. You may well laugh. If it had not been for your non-cooperation, that so-called bomb would have been identified hours ago. You've been responsible for the wasted time of the armed forces, to say nothing of the city police.
Just a minute. Mrs. Petty, are you sure that thing was a bit of old drain pipe they found today?
Absolutely.
Oh, only I was just wondering,
You
see.
needn't.
I was just wondering whether or not it might have been part of a thing called the Golden Rivet. That's right, love. I did say the Golden Rivet.
Well, I haven't the faintest idea what you're talking about.
Oh, I didn't think you would. But a certain unreliable Lance Corporal, who used to be a very reliable Private Williams, still remembers a Miss Edith Fairweather and some rollicking good times he'd had with her in a certain air raid shelter. Now, if your report goes in, love, well, I mean, it's the sort of daft story that could start getting about, you know what I mean?
Golden Rivet, Patty! Wait, do you mean that is Edith Fairweather?
Oh, as was, before she married a certain councillor, Petty, and started putting on airs.
Edith Fairweather?
That'll do from you. Now then, if we're going on this picnic, come on, let's get moving. We've been messing around here all this time. There's all them sandwiches we've got to have eaten up, and goodness knows what else.
Queenie? I thought you told Corporal Williams you hadn't seen Edith Fairweather in donkey's years.
Ah, but after the way he cherished her memory, love. love. How could I possibly shatter his illusions? Jack, I'm sure you'd like a nice cup of tea.
2 lumps,
Douglas, there you are, dear.
Ciao,
There's a good lad. Raymond, a nice cup of tea for you, Raymond.
Thank you, ma'am.
What a pleasant spot to pick.